Well then, let's complete this disastrous list with the most glaring mistake of all. See, I was waiting. I was waiting for Copa America to be over so I could give you a better informed opinion. Sadly, Argentina did it again. We made it to what felt like our billionth final, and we failed again to lift a trophy. Defying all odds, defying all expectation. What better way to illustrate the bullshit that is FIFA's ranking than to look at their number one pick on the list? Number one, how? We've been barren for 23 years, and this current set of players has a stupid mental block on themselves that prevents them from doing anything but panicking at a final game. We didn't beat anyone. I mean, with all due respect, of course. Who the fuck did we beat to get to the final? No one, that's who. Panama, Bolivia, Venezuela, USA. Give me a break. All D-list teams at best. And here's Chile, a team that had to be gifted a fucking penalty shot against Bolivia in 10 minutes of overtime. And for the record, the officiating, some of the worst officiating ever at Copa America. This Brazilian piece of shit can never be allowed to officiate a game again in his fucking life. Not only was the red against Rojo unwarranted, but so was the red card he showed Chile. So was the ridiculous yellow card that he gave Messi for absolutely no reason. The officiating in general at Copa America has been disastrous. But that's not what this video is about. Argentina is not number one, okay? You can take away Messi from our team, which, surprise, surprise, after 11 years of failure with the team, he finally had enough of us. He up and resigned. You take away Messi, and we're nothing. We're less than nothing. The sad reality is our ranking has been a hype job for years and years and years on FIFA due to the fact that Messi is ridiculously good and we've been idiotically building teams around him instead of having him incorporated into our style of play. So what happened? We ended up with a bunch of prima donnas who were more concerned with how nice their accommodations were and how pampered they would be, and not focused on the task at hand, which was to finally end our 23-year losing streak. We ended up giving in to Messi's demands to have his friends Agüero and Higuaín continue to play alongside him, despite their clear drop in form, despite the fact that these two, every time they have to play a fucking final match, they go invisible. Germany, Higuaín fucked up. Chile, Higuaín fucked up. And we give this fucker another chance, and surprise, surprise, he fucked up again. These guys are not champions. They're not only weighed down by years of pressure to succeed by everything from our media to our fans to the AFA themselves, but they're also weighed down even further by their own lack of success within the national team. They're not going to win no matter how many times you let them fuck up. They're already conditioned to come in second. I love Messi to death, but I'm kind of relieved to see him finally throw in the towel. And you know why? Because that's going to force us to stop being Messi dependent. Now we're going to be obligated to reorganize the team, possibly drop dramatically in quality for a few years or so, and then come back with an entirely new team comprised of kids who won't have all that failure piled onto their backs. Or will they? Because our fucking media is so focused on results that they might ruin these kids too. The only takeaway from all of this is Argentina can't even laugh at Brazil. This is the team that took 7 goals at their own home at World Cup. Yeah, they're a joke compared to their 1990s team, but you know what? In the same 23 years where we failed to lift a cup and kept talking about the next coming of fucking Maradona, they can at least say that they've won 2 World Cups and a nice chunk of silverware in between. Since this millennium started, we've won so much silver, we've done our country's namesake proud. Argentum is silver, and Argentina will be eternally silver until we can fucking prove otherwise. As for FIFA's ranking, number 1 is ridiculously generous for us. Ridiculously generous. If after this tournament we're still in the top 8 or so, someone at FIFA needs to get some fucking glasses. Even Santa Claus would have trouble gifting Belgium number 2. They've never won anything in the history of ever, and their team proved at Eurocup that they're overranked. Colombia proved they're not worthy of their rank either. Germany, it remains to be seen, but at least Germany can boast consistent results. They don't build their teams around one single player and hope to win tournaments. They make all their players play for the team. And when this disgusting, ass-sniffing, booger-eating slob can bring home a tournament, you know he's got a team on his hands, don't you? Chile's ranking will skyrocket in July, mark my words. But what did they really do? They tied their way to 2 consecutive cups. They still have yet to win a tournament by their own merit. They've let their 2 final matches to chance and played to 2 ties. Let's not act like they were in any way dominant, because any honest football fan will tell you that the entire first half we controlled the game. Second half, we lost rhythm, got tired, and allowed Chile to gain confidence. But we still had most of the ball possession. So they didn't destroy us, the penalty shootouts did. Something we're notoriously terrible at. And the moment that final minute ended, I'd already told myself we're going to lose, yet again. What I never expected was that Messi would be the guy to choke. And I say this after a whole day of agony. There's something to be said for yearning to see your team succeed and always seeing them come in second. Yes, I'm aware there are teams in the world who would kill to be able to constantly bring home silver, but the grass is always greener on the other side, isn't it? I think Iceland, with their outstanding Euro Cup run, has managed to bring a fuck-ton more happiness to its people by simply making it to quarterfinals for the first time in its history, eliminating England in the process, than Argentina has ever managed to do for its people in 23 years. Perspective is always key here, folks. Yes, Argentina is not number 1. We haven't been number 1 for many years, despite FIFA hyping us up every time. And Leo, gracias por todo, viejo. Sos un fenómeno. Y eso no cambia por muchas medallas de plata que tengas. Siempre te banqué. Siempre seguiré viéndote jugar en el Barça, porque como vos no hay ninguno. But, with the Messi era firmly behind us, we're actually going to have to go out and work again. Rebuild from the ground up. The Argentine Football Association is in disarray. It's practically dead, currently without leadership and under FIFA's charge. And I doubt at this moment in time that we can even qualify for World Cup 2018. If Messi chooses not to return, we may not make it. And maybe that wouldn't be too bad anyway, because we need new blood. We need to reorganize and get back to our roots. Learn some goddamn humility and stop trying to find the next Maradona and instead start finding the next team. 1986 is long gone. Maradona is an old man, still milking his victory like it's relevant to today. Well, it isn't. Clearly, we can't live off that one memory anymore. With each year, that memory fades further and further into the past, and we need to start thinking about the future. Right now, it can be the greatest thing for our youngest players to forget we even have a rich footballing history and concentrate not on becoming what we once were, but something new, to be judged on its own merit. Messi was destroyed by the unfair expectation of becoming the single solitary hero for his team, destroyed by his constant comparisons to Maradona, by the media and by its people. That turned his mind into mush. It blocked him from the glory he might have achieved had it not been for the expectations thrust onto his shoulders. I'm looking for a team. I would rather you give me 23 guys who are all for one for all, each who are at an average level of play, but who together produce magic, than having one super god of football up here and 22 mediocre fucks who are pretty much just along for the glory ride and don't really have a chance to shine because there's this one super god outshining them all. No more of this who is the next Maradona bullshit. That's what got us in trouble in the first place. Is Maradona going to have to die for us to finally realize he was just a man who played really well with a team that knew how to read him really well? He's just a man. Wake up from this nightmare, Argentina. We have a great league, great players. There's absolutely no shame in second place in a world where all the historic greats are falling apart one by one. I'm both optimistic for the future, since it'll be a future where we're forced to create a new team, and sad to see this generation has only silver to show for one of the greatest players to have ever kicked a ball. Life seldom is fair, is it? But hey, silver is in our country's name, so it's kind of apropos, too. FIFA, I defy you to tell the world Chile is number 1 in ranking in July, because I believe it'll take a lot of legitimacy away from your list. Knowing you fucks, you dishonest pieces of shit, you're probably gonna put Germany at number 1 and Chile at number 2 just to save face. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first. In July, Germany number 1, Chile number 2. It'll be on their ranking. Belgium can't go anything but down after Euro Cup. Colombia, same thing. Argentina, same thing. Spain, likewise. Brazil, they got eliminated in group stages. They couldn't possibly rank up. Should be a circus to see mid-July, and I can't wait to tell you I told you so. FIFA's ranking is bullshit. End of rant.